Team, welcome back to another episode of Ask Top, sponsored by MentorMilitarycom. For those of you who don't know me, I'm your host, Command Sergeant Major Retired Mark Garrett. Today we're going to talk about appealing Article 15s. This is the last in a series of episodes concerning Article 15s. I believe there's 7 episodes with regard to Article 15s. But as I said, we're going to talk about appeals. Before we get started, these episodes are important for soldiers and leaders so that they understand the entire process, their rights, and how their actions can impact the process. Hey, do me a favor, reach down, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment about today's episode or a comment about what you'd like to see in the future, and consider sharing us. All right, let's get into this. Our references for today are AR 27-10 and Section 6 of AR 27-10 when it comes to appealing the Article 15. Here are a few more references. During the hearing, while you're talking to the commander, you will be asked if you want to appeal. If you feel that you've been treated fairly, there's no need to appeal. If you have not been treated fairly or you feel you haven't been, there's no harm in appealing. The appeal authority cannot increase your punishment. Hey, you can always request that the Article 15 be placed in your restricted file. Now, you have a performance file and a restricted file. When they place it in the restricted file, it's not normally looked at for personnel actions. However, at the Centralized Promotion Board, they usually look at the restricted file now. But the fact that it was placed in the restricted file typically tells those individuals that the command wanted to protect your record, so it helps with promotions. Or it could help you during a promotion process. If they place it in your performance fiche or file, it tells them that, it tells the people at the board that they wanted you to see that because they felt it was serious in nature. Hey, check us out at MentorMilitary.com. We provide a bunch of professional development products, select top sellers, and see if there's anything in there that can help you grow and develop yourself and your soldiers. There's a link below in the description for MentorMilitary.com. Hey, we also have a book on everything you need to know about Article 15s. It's a comprehensive guide. It helps soldiers be prepared, know their rights, and it also helps leaders support their soldiers. There's also a link to a critical thinking checklist that will help you either build your case or help leaders critically think through whether they should recommend an Article 15 and what actions should they take if they recommend the Article 15. Again, there's links below to both of those. Once you decide to appeal, ask to appear before the appealing authority in person. My personal opinion is that you email the appeal authority and ask to appeal in person, CCing your chain of command. Ensure your written statements, timeline, and any other paperwork you have accompanies your appeal, any additional information you believe appropriate. You have 5 calendar days to submit your appeal. After that, it can be rejected as untimely. What do I mean by that? They don't have to take your appeal after 5 days. Now, most commands usually will take it, but they don't have to. If the appeal authority does not respond within 3 days, any extra duty restriction can be halted until the appeal is acted upon. Usually it's best just to go ahead and continue to do the punishments, but you can ask for it. You can also ask for the Article 15 to be moved to your restricted file. And you can ask, if you have a good case, you can ask for it to be wholly set aside. The appeal authority could take the entire Article 15 and set it aside like it never happened and it's not in your records. So there's a separate video on how to get your Article 15 wholly set aside. So what did we talk about? If you're not happy with your punishment, you got nothing to lose other than you might piss off your chain of command. Request via email to appear in person before the appeal authority. Ensure you complete your complete packet goes before the appeal authority. So you have your Article 15 hearing with your commander, and there's some elements that come up in that bother you or you think will reinforce your case. So you turn around and you add to your packet. So, and put that on top of your packet so you have all the information necessary for the appeal authority to look at. You can request suspension of punishment if your appeal is not acted on within 3 calendar days. So it's incredibly important that you understand the appeals process, walk through it in your mind, develop a rationale, and make sure the appeal authority has everything so they can make an informed decision. You even want to include what the unintended consequences are. You want to know what the reason the chain of command has selected in Article 15. Have they thought about the unintended consequences? In other words, if you get an Article 15, was it their intent that you might be separated or that it might endanger a promotion or a schooling or something like that? If it was not their intent and they gave you an Article 15, that's something you can argue before the appealing authority. Hey, check us out on Facebook at Ask Top and Mentor Military. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for professional military development products, check us out at MentorMilitary.com. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy.